Like, have we ever met anyone that's been polled? I have lived on this earth for 36 years. I've never met a Nielsen family. Who are these mythical Nielsen families? And if they do exist, watch Red Eye. 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So you guys don't remember my phone. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Yeah.
We go out 5 times together.
Well, I feel like it's really affecting you because you seem to be under the impression that your last name is Banderas instead of Bidwell. And I think that it's the reliance on this kind of technology, Julie, that has made that part of your brain come out. Is that he never admits any of it. And will say that he has zero ties to the Tea Party when Americans for Prosperity are the Tea Party.
That was Carl Frisch inside of your body, right?
No, I am inside Carl Frisch's body. And what I do on my weekends is none of your business.
Would you take off your clothes and reveal that tiny glowworm that you've got amongst your pubes?
I don't like the fact that you've A, made fun of my size and also assumed that it glows. Larry and I have come up with a game that we like to call 4 panelists, 2 cups. What we're going to do is we're going to show the evils of smokeless tobacco. The first person to puke wins. Chappaquiddick you had to report on because there was a body in the water.
So
you
he
had
got
to
the
report
finish.
on Nixon because it didn't even involve sex, and the media was okay with that. But Bill Clinton was the first president where the media was like, gloves are off, we are on this. Kennedy, everyone whispered about. Eisenhower, everyone whispered about. Carter, there wasn't anything to whisper about. That's why he was boring. But you see my point. Yeah, well, the fact of the matter is, if you really think NPR is a bastion of communism's hell-bent in destroying democracy as we know it, then you don't listen to NPR. Because it's about 5% political and 95% cooking with kale.
Schulz, what do you think this endorsement says about America?
Well, I'll tell you. First, she was a Hillary supporter.
Right.
Now she's a Romney supporter. Well, I think that means that the independent voter is alive and well in America, and so is racism.
The next step is it's like going to be a silicone body, and then you like Skype with your silicone body. Like,
I'm still not clear. Go on.
I think there are not a lot of homely people walking around this building.
Ding, ding, ding. Red Eye is the exception that proves the rule. How about that?
I'm not even sure about that, honestly.
We all can't look like Frank Luntz, all right?
Beauty look like
in the eye of the beholder.
What? He's gorgeous. It's unrealistic body ideals from the top on down. I can't keep up with him. If America loves to eat royalty, why has the big thing been eating bums? Bums' faces. We eat bums' faces. There is nothing royal about that. If you run into another 9/11 truther and he's talking about it, you should respond by hitting him upside the head with a cinder block. I've always found that there is no comeback for it. He did this, you know why Glenn Beck did this? Because it's exactly what you said. He needed material for A Block. He didn't have anything to talk about that day, so he just decided to go to the middle of Bryant Park and just go like this and wait for it. Greg does the same thing at Bryant Park, but it's at 3 in the morning. Instead of doing this, he goes like this. But he also had a Romney fundraiser in April, made a lot of money for the man, and he's from Kentucky, and he drives a Camaro. I'm not drawing all of these things together, but he could be in the tank for Romney. The stuff that he said in the report were all estimates, impossible to verify, and furthermore, it is creepy to refer to yourself as Papa John. Anyone will tell you that. If I say Papa Bill, that is creepy. Sparklers. Don't get me started on sparklers. So you got this Republican Marty Lamb who's saying, if we're going to ban sparklers in Massachusetts, that's un-American. Well, let me tell you who invented sparklers. There's a guy named Callinicos who was in Roman-occupied city in Egypt called Heliopolis, and it was in
Heliopolis.
Thank you. Look, I read phonetically. This was in 670 A.D. I'll tell you 2 things. He definitely wasn't a Christian, probably a sodomite. One thing he wasn't was America. Sparklers is the most un-American thing since fireworks, invented by the Chinese 1,000 years before we existed. And you know what existed before that? Birds, in the form of dinosaurs. Birds are way cooler than dinosaurs. Birds are dinosaurs, and dinosaurs are way cooler than fireworks. Can we all just agree that fireworks sucks? So we have CGI.
So now you're admitting that dinosaurs and human beings existed together on the planet because birds are here.
We do exist with birds. They used to be dinosaurs. It's called evolution, and that's going to get bleeped.
I would say that there's no reason they should be doing this song. And not because of the God factor, because it is a terrible, terrible song. It is more melodramatic than Brunch in Chelsea, and it should not be inflicted upon these poor kids and their tiny ears.
Once again, these kids, not like the anchor babies you were talking about, and I'm against babies being used as anchors.
I am
for the
too.
record.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the card on the table.
We've invented anchors.
Yes.
We've invented anchors.
And by the way, babies float. Last I checked. That boat's going to keep moving.
If it's a fat baby, it's okay.
That he asked to be buried or cremated and then put inside of the Pringles can. 1 minute on the clock. Do you think this is a good last wish, Bill?
Absolutely. And I think it's refreshing to find a guy that the one thing he's known for, he embraces it. Like, you don't see Macaulay Culkin walking around New York still doing this. You know, he's trying to move on from it, but this guy embraced it. And actually, I don't know if this is appropriate, I brought some of my uncle's ashes, which I thought might be a good dip, if we wanted to use that. They're great on hamburgers. Let's try them.
I don't think I can follow up on that.